Ladies and gentlemen, citizens all of the universe, welcome to another global transmission of the Fun Squad headquarters located here in beautiful and serene Los Angeles, Colorado. It is Sunday, February 25th, 2018, and I'm here in an emergency broadcast because some really emergency type stuff has happened, and you just have to know about it. And I'm so excited to tell you about it that I just had to run in here. I still got my jacket on and everything. I'm so damn excited to tell you. So I'm just gonna start to tell you as soon as I collect my a little train of thought. I don't have any notes or anything. I'm terribly prepared today. So I apologize for that. But welcome and thank you for joining me. I'm gonna try to make it like really brief, but it's pretty intense positive things that happened today, Sunday. I'll just start at the beginning. So I wasn't going to make, a video cast this weekend, but I decided to do it anyway because of what happened. The normal weekend started off on Friday and Saturday. I went to the Lamar Saturday AA meeting, which I'll tell you about, and I won't tell you about the meeting, but I want to tell you something about the clubhouse, but I'll tell you that in a minute after I get done with this other news that I have. So, I got to just tell you a couple of some background. So, 2 weeks ago, I met this guy named Wiley, and he's from Park Hill, and he's like 5 years older than me. And my old roommate knew him, and that's how I met him, and through here at Fort Line. So I was sitting there at the Chow Hall dining table with him, with Wiley one evening, and we got to talking about, coincidentally enough, we're both from Park Hill. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm from Park Hill. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember the Crest Theater and all this. And like, all my sisters used to drag me to horror flicks and stuff. And so he's like, oh yeah, he said, where'd you live? I'm like, 25th and Glencoe. He's like, boy, he's like, what's your name? I'm like, Steve, Steve Smith. And he's like, you just don't sound familiar to me. So he's like, so I said, well, I had a sister, named Michelle. She was way more popular than me. He's like, Michelle. He's like, do you have a picture of Michelle? I'm like, yeah. Matter of fact, I do. So I pull out my cell phone, and I got a high school graduation picture of him. And I show him the picture, and he looks at the picture, and he sits back in his chair. And he looks at me, and he gets up from his seat, and he walks like 10 feet over to this big window in the chow hall. And he's grabbing onto like the window frame, and he's just staring out the window for like forever. And I'm like eating my dinner. I'm tripping. I'm like, what is this? What is this guy's trip? I'm like, well, Wiley, what's up, man? He's like, dude. He's like, give me a minute. He's like, I'm on memory overload right now. I'm like, oh, really? He's like, I know you. He comes back to the table. He's like, I know you. You're little Stevie. He says, I used to date your sister. And I'm like, what? You used to date my sister? He's like, yeah. He said, I worked at a nursing home, and your grandmother was in a nursing home, and she came in to visit your grandmother, and I've been over to your grandmother's house at 2900 Locust, and all this stuff, and I'm like, wow. He's like, you're little Stevie. I remember you. You was just a little guy running around. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So he's like, running down, memory lane here. And so, this happened a couple weeks ago. So I've known him since then. And then, so then this morning, appears. And, like I said, I had a pretty routine weekend. And this morning I go to church like normal here in the chapel. And then we're waiting for the van to come. There's a van that comes and takes us into the Los Animas church with the same pastor. Somebody else drives, and then they come get us and take us into the town of Los Animas to go to the church in town and have a service there. But the van never showed up. And then, so we're sitting there, just tripping, we didn't have anything to do, so we just go back, and I come back up here and did some pretty mundane things and some Facebook posts or whatever. And so, I took a nap and stuff again, and took a walk, and then, so I go downstairs this afternoon, about 2 or 3, and I go to the barber shop where Wiley works as a barber, and he's like, oh yeah, you can come down, I'll give you a free haircut for life, man. I'm giving him cigarettes, and he giving me cigarettes, and we're cool like that. And so we're talking in the barber shop, nobody in there except me and him. We're playing chess, and I'm sitting there, and we're talking about how the band didn't come, and then this dude Reggie was walking by, and here's us talking about church and stuff. And he says, "Hey man," he says, "if y'all really want to go to church," he says, "there's a church that comes here at 4 o'clock, and they bring a bus, and we go to Lamar, and they feed us dinner, and we have a Bible study, and we sing songs, and we worship." And I'm like, really? I'm like, how come I haven't heard about this? So I'm like, well, I'm all about free food and Bible study. So I'm like, well, I'm there. So Wiley couldn't go; he had to work in a barber shop. So I go, and the bus comes at 4 o'clock, and the lady opens the door, and I know the lady from town, and I can't remember her name. The lady that drives the bus, she's driving the bus. And I know her from town. I know her little daughter. She got a little daughter who was like 8 years old. And there's another guy on the van. There's like 5 or 6 of us to go get on the van. And we're going towards Lamar. And then we turned down like this dirt road, so we're not going to Lamar. So I didn't ask where we were going. But, I figured, I'll find out when we get there. So we got there. And we pull up in front of this old building. It's an old church. It's pink on the outside. And it says Church of God, 1920. And so, we get out of the van. And I happened to ask, the lady, God, I can't remember her name. I wish I could remember her name. But anyway, I said, where are we? She says, well, you're in Wiley, Colorado. I'm like, Wiley? What? Wait a minute. So now I'm like, on serious, coincidental, overload myself, because I'm like, wait a minute, Wiley, Colorado, which I didn't even know existed. And now all of a sudden I'm in Wiley, Colorado, going to church with people, I don't know. And so all this stuff. So I go into the church, and we go downstairs. And they got, long, card table set up, and they got dishes out, and, and coffee and tea. And so I fixed myself some tea and introduced myself to this guy, and he's Jim. And he's the lady that drives the bus's father. And his name is Jim, and he's an assistant pastor there or something. The normal pastor isn't there, apparently, but he is an elder in the church. So, and then her mother's there. And then here comes Grandma, and, they're all meeting me and the other guys. And we're sitting, we're just conversing and stuff. And then we have dinner. And that, I'm here to tell you, my friends, was beautiful. I got pictures of it all, it's all on Facebook and the Google Drive. And I got pictures of the church and the dinners and everything. And so we had beef brisket. So good, I can't even talk. And it was just tender. And gobs of it, it was just beautiful. And big, potatoes with chives sprinkled on it and butter. And wonderful, cheese on it, and green beans. And I took a picture, taking pictures, and everybody's looking at me like, are you some kind of a nutritionist or something? And I'm like, no, I just like to take pictures. And they're like, oh, okay, that's good. So then the lady that drives the bus, can't remember her name, that lady, her daughter comes up to me. She's like 8. She's like, oh, well, what's your name? And she just sits right. She said, I'm going to sit over here by you. And, very, very matter of factly, And she's like, well, what's your name? I'm like, I'm Steve. I'm Jamie. And do you like photography? I'm like, I love photography. She said, can I see some pictures you have? I said, sure, you can see pictures. So I gave him my phone. And by the way, I've never give a phone to a young girl. Okay, I'm just saying, for future reference, you won't get your phone back ever. But she's a great kid. I love Jamie a lot. Anyway, so we're all talking, and then we have dinner, like I told you, and then we have dessert, which was strawberry shortcake, with little cut up strawberries and the sauce and whipped cream on top. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm so hooked. I love these people already. I'm like, oh my God, this is beautiful, and what a wonderful meal. And it was just fantastic, beautiful, high frequency vibration experience all the way around. Got done with the dessert. We had the Bible study. We studied, Luke 16, verses 1 through 18, and somewhat very energetic, enthusiastic, somewhat controversial subjects, adultery and adultery, and divorce and stuff like that. And so, but a very good conversation with a bunch of really, really super nice people, and I loved every last minute of it. It was fantastic. And then we had the Bible study. We sang a little bit. We had Jim couldn't figure out the audio visual equipment and stuff, so I had to step in because I know a little bit about that. And there's a power button and two little volumes, which is all it was. And plugging your audio jack into your phone and downloading YouTube videos so we could sing songs. And it was beautiful. It was a wonderful experience, and I'm so glad that Reggie came into the barbershop today. While me and Wiley were playing chess, and mentioned to go to the church. So I told Wiley, I said, you got to go, man. I said, this is a fantastic place. These are wonderful people, because we were just talking about finding a good church. And he says, oh, I can't go. No black people there. I'm like, dude, there was like 2 other black people there. Reggie, it was black, and he went, and he's like, oh, yeah, that's right. So he's going to go next week, so hopefully he won't be too nervous to go. I said, there's black people that go to church, So you can go. What the hell's the problem? It's okay. So it was wonderful, wonderful, magical experience. So that was very, very positive, and so it was wonderful. And I'm hooked already. And everybody told me, please come back, And even Grandma, I'm calling them all Mom and Dad and Grandma already. I'm like, yeah, bye, Grandma. She said, oh, bye, Steve. And she was so nice. She was just wonderful. Oh my God, I love these small town people. It's beautiful. So I just had to share that with you guys, and so I'm sorry. Now I'm starting to get a little teary-eyed because it was just wow, it was just a great experience. And how about that for a wonderful, wonderful day? For missing the bus on the Sunday to go to Los Angeles, I found another church that I really like too. So that's great, and I'm very, very, very happy. So what was I going to go? Where was I going to? I don't have any notes. But, I was going to tell you about the, So something just interesting, just side note, about the Lamar AA meeting in Lamar, okay? In Lamar, Colorado. Well, the first night I went there, I'm not going to say anything about the meetings or anything, but, I can say that I will go to meetings, okay? And I go to a clubhouse, it's an AA clubhouse in Lamar. And it's an old bar. Okay, which I didn't know when I walked in there, but it was an old bar, and the AA clubhouse people bought the bar and made it an AA clubhouse. They probably used to drink there, probably. I don't know, but anyway, so I go in. The first time I go in, this is a couple weeks ago. I go into this place, and it's a belly up to your bar, a square bar, and you got chairs and a bar, and and they got a table over here for the AA meetings, and then I walk in the place, and people are smoking cigarettes at the bar, and they're drinking, Pepsi Colas and Coca Colas and coffee and stuff in glasses, and I like look around, and I'm like, are we? I'm looking for the van driver, and she hadn't gotten in yet, so I'm like, I walked in the wrong place. I'm like, am I in the wrong place? They're like, oh yeah, but we can smoke here because we own the bar. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, are you people for real? Because is this legal? And they're like, yes, it's legal because we own it. We can do whatever we want. So, but they do have a rule. They don't smoke during the session, during the meeting. So, but it was a great, wow, Twilight Zone flashback, because I haven't seen it like that in a long time. So that's why I love these small town people, because they're just beautiful, and they don't care, they don't care about all this nonsense, so if we're going to smoke, we want to smoke. So, so this is great. So I just thought I would share that with you. So we're getting long here. So, but I don't want to be too long. But I just want to share that, guys, with you real quick. And so I've got a busy week. Fun-filled, action-packed, fun squad agenda. I do have one thing that will be really fun, and that is on Wednesday, and I'm having an ultrasound on my internal abdominal organs. The liver and the kidneys and, stuff, boring stuff like that. It's kind of boring, actually. It's not really fun. But it is kind of an interesting experience when I go, that, and you get to see the little thing. And I'm like, oh, it's a boy. That's what I said last time. And the lady cracked up, so whatever. It's not a big deal. It's just for the liver and for the Hep C maybe getting a Hep C treatment. So we'll see about that on Wednesday. So wish me luck for that, and hopefully it's a girl or a boy, or or a human anyway. What I'm going to have. So okay. So I love you all, and thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay. Love you. Bye.